Last mission. Final boss mode.
That's just so disgusting, man. So we definitely got some previews at least. We got, a preview from one more card for what's going to happen next weekend. And it's also a pretty loaded card from Top Rank. They got 3 fights that are intriguing, as well as the debut of a grandson of a legend, an icon, and not just in this sport, but beyond. Of course, the main event obviously is a third fight between Joshua Franco and Andrew Moloney. Now, you're probably wondering, like, how did we get to 3 fights? Well, they were probably like the first bubble classic from when Top Boxing was getting out of COVID and Top Rank was having this bubble series. And the first Franco Andrew Moloney fight was a war, was a pure war.
And fight of the year, really. It's a good fight of the year candidate, at least top 5.
It was, absolutely. And Franco was the underdog in that fight, and Franco scored a late knockdown.
I'm sorry, I just see Henny Godslick comment. The double door joint. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was a joint too.
The double door. Those type of refrigerators. You know what I'm talking about, them Brandsmore joints.
Hell yeah. Oh man, but yeah, the first fight was a bubble classic, and Franco scored the upset to get the GameStop version of the super flyweight title. And then they had a rematch, in which case there was another level shown where Andrew Moloney, I think only lasted 2 rounds, but Andrew Moloney was beating on Joshua Franco, like shut his eye with jabs, and was whooping on him.
Like a whole different fight, he was whooping his ass.
Hell yeah. But for whatever reason, the judges, the judges too must have had their eyes shut by jabs too, because they took forever and a fucking day to review that whole footage when everyone could see that it was jabs and not a headbutt that closed that dude's eye.
Yeah. Hold on, we transitioning from one bad judging to another bad judging. My goodness,
they were wilding hard. Like I was like, and it was like it took like what 20 something minutes. Like we all was like, okay. And then they had to call it a no contest. And then Franco, retained his GameStop belt. And I know Andrew Moloney was out there just steaming mad. So now we have this third fight. And it's just like now there's like, what do you think would happen in this third? Because we had such extremes from the first and the second fight. It's like kind of hard. It's like, did Franco just have an off night or Moloney have an off night? P, what do you think about this fight? And how do you think this will probably play out?
I mean, we definitely need to run this back because the results from the last one were some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how I feel about that. I mean, it's a good fight. I enjoyed the first 2 fights, so.
Or what we ever got at the second fight.
Yeah, before the fuckery. I don't know who I would pick. I don't know who I'd pick because, but it's a good fight. I think both of them are pretty evenly matched. It's just,
If this is like Spinks Zab 2 and one guy decides to pick up where he left off, then it's Moloney all day.
Right.
Yes, that's true. But I might have to go. I might have to go with Moloney.
And do you think
it's gonna be a good fight though?
Now, do you think it's gonna go to distance, or what round are we predicting?
I'm gonna say it's gonna go the distance. I'm not gonna predict knockout this time. Although I wouldn't be surprised if a knockout happens, but I'm just not feeling knockout prediction this time.
Okay, that's what it is. So Moloney by decision. LB, what about you? How do you think this fight will go?
I think Moloney might stop dude if he pick up where he left off, because I could see like a late TKO if he started fucking up dude with the jab again.
Yeah, honestly, and I agree with you too. Like, I mean, something about this. I mean, I'm not saying Franco is a scrappy fighter though, but Franco has taken a lot of. It's not even like Franco's taken a lot of
he's tough. He's tough. So I'm not gonna just say he's just gonna stop him because Franco's kind of tough. So
Nah, it would be like an accumulation stoppage. Like he'd have to work with it. Cause look, if Moloney fights, if he continues from last time in this round number 3?
Yeah.
Last fight he was looking like he was gonna stop dude in the 7th or 8th round.
Right.
So you know what? I think if he's on that level, and Franco's damn good. So you know, there's nothing against Franco, but I've never seen somebody just look so night and day differently in a rematch that you know is not too far apart. So
absolutely,
I think I'm looking at Moloney TKO. Maybe the 8th or 9th round.
And honestly, nigga, I agree with you. Like, I mean, because I'm looking at it this way. Like, I mean, if you ever seen Franco, because Franco's a golden boy fighter. Like, if you ever see his 3 fights with Negrete, those were absolute wars. Each and every single one of those fights, it's probably one of the more understated trilogies because those were some violent fights.
Yeah, we might have to make a poll with that. Like, we need some what's the best trilogy polls or something? Get some underrated ones.
Oh yeah, post or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, those fights were all violent. Like, dude was lining up on those cards. And then the Moloney fight, I mean, I always thought the first Moloney fight, like, Franco rose to the occasion. He showed that he has, he's the talent, and he won himself a good victory. But he just looked so off in the second fight that honestly, I think Moloney would pick up where he left off. And I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like an 8th round knockout too.
But I'm thinking, what if the Franco from the first fight shows up?
You know how, nigga, you seen the time machine you would need for that?
Yeah.
Bro, like, that's the thing. Some guys, like, they fight on such a high level, they peak at that moment. It's harder for them to get back to that. Like, he's had so much wear and tear. Like,
that's the only reason why. Like, if he didn't have the wear and tear, I'd be like, okay. I mean, I'd be like, okay, I could see that maybe a decision for Moloney, but Moloney might actually stop him this time around. Like,
yeah, Moloney could crack, so it's not like we're picking damn Corey Spinks to stop him or something. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's just weird that we're saying that a 25-year-old is washed. Like,
did you see the Negrete fights?
Yes, I have. Like, I'm just saying it. It's crazy.
I mean, look how many people say the Fernando Vargas was past it when he's fighting guys like Mosley and Mayorga.
Yeah, he was because he took too much punishment. That's the thing. Like, some fighters just age before their own biological age. Like,
yeah, and I'm not a big Fernando Vargas fan, so nothing against him. Like, great person for the sport, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm not even one of these guys who said he was rushed. He beat everybody he was supposed to get that Trinidad fight. It is what it is.
Yeah, and then Franco just more or less I just didn't like how he looked. Like, I mean, if he actually fought like how he fought in the first fight and just an unfortunate, headbutt that caused it, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. But dude just looked like he didn't look like himself. Like, he was from the opening bell, he just got his ass beat. That's the thing.
Yeah, this wasn't like let me see, what's another quick fight where one guy looked better than we thought he was, or we was like like okay, this one's gonna be a random one. Get ready. Raul Marquez versus Shane Mosley.
Oh yeah.
Random as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Marquez looked like he was getting with Mosley, and then it boom, it's done.
Yeah. Shane had a lot of those fights, believe it or not, in his career.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I still curse that Mosley Mora fight. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that was a hard watch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, I mean, like I said, we hope that Franco, decides like, okay, you know what, I need to get my mind right or whatever is right. I'm gonna make this a competitive fight. Make sure that I'm a legitimate GameStop champion. You know what I'm saying? Because he's on the platform where he can actually go challenge the legit champion at that weight, which I believe is excuse me. Well, it's not Chocolatito, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? But I'm forgetting this dude's name. I had it on top of my fucking tongue.
Nigga, did you say a legit GameStop champion?
Yeah. What is that? That's like an oxymoron or something.
I'm like, I heard that, like, it went by, and I'm like, wait, it was a delayed reaction. Like,
I did say legit games. Oh, yeah, Strata, there we go. Yeah, I was like,
the legit GameStop. So I guess Tank is pound for pound number one then now, right?
No.
I mean, legit GameStop belt. Like, how you even fix your mouth to say that shit?
It sounds funny to me. It might be. It's a funny oxymoron. I'll run with it.
Yeah, you and KP with a delayed hit. Like, he stumbled into the ropes. Like hold on. That shit low key hurt. Hold on. Legit GameStop belt. Let me take a knee.
Oh shit.
But damn, so if I had to, you know what, I'll say round 9. Round 8. So the other one, Pat.
Yeah, I'll stick with Moloney 9. Kale's Franco a 9, and then P has the 12 round decision.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's cool.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
And so
what about his brother against Joshua Greer?
Yep, and his brother Jason Moloney, Joshua Greer. Now Jason Moloney is this is a great fight for different reasons. First of all, actually we'll go with Joshua Greer. Joshua Greer though might be, because Top Rank has been cleaning up lately. Fighters that be losing, fights that not supposed to be losing, they've been getting chopped. And Greer has been struggling for a couple years now. Like it's not even like, and that's not even hyperbole.
I think struggling is an understatement.
Yeah, his last 2 fights, like the one Edwin Rodriguez, like that was on the undercard, and I thought he lost that fight, but the judges gave him a draw on that one. And then
hold on, who did he fight again? He fought the guy who was giving what's his name, Valdez a hard time.
And Edwin Rodriguez, no. This was on the Crawford, Kell Brook, Franco, Moloney card.
Oh, you know what? I'm mixing him up with Dog Bay. I'm sorry.
No.
Joshua Greer, he's been struggling.
And then the Mike Planier fight, which was another bubble fight, and that one was fun too, because I've been hearing upsets on that fight like for a week. Like it was all fucking day that Planier might upset him. And sure enough, that's what he does. Knocks him down with some of them
like twice.
Yeah, knocked him down with some of the most ridiculous left hooks I've ever seen. And he lost, and then he loses a majority decision. And then after that, like he won 2 fights before that. But I was in the house for one of them, the Podomatic fight, and I thought he lost that fight. And so did the crowd thought he lost that fight. In fact, Podomatic, I actually interviewed him at that fight in Newark. It's on the website if you want to take a look at it. He was not
check that out. Video section, ringgameradio.com. It's on YouTube as well.
Absolutely. And
the dude was sounding pissed. Like he knew what was up. Like, I won.
Yeah, I mean, that killed his whole momentum too. Like he was not happy that night. Like he was pissed.
But this is the thing. Like, I think that's just Greer's level. Like he could give people a hard time, but he gets figured out and outboxed or outpunched. Yeah. And it kind of is what it is. Like,
and you can't do that with no damn Jason Moloney. Jason Moloney has 18 knockouts and 21 wins. Like, I mean, dude is...
Yeah, despite what y'all think about, the fight with Monster.
Yeah, I mean, Monster is Monster. Monster, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a badge of honor to be bodied by him now. Like,
remember, a wolf could lose a fight to a lion, but it's still a wolf. That don't mean your pit bull might beat the wolf.
Right, and then like his only other loss, he gave hell to Manny Rodriguez. So like, dude is world class at this way, and this is why I said for Greer, this might be his last chance, because Greer needs to win this fight.
He needs to win big. It has to be an impressive win. It can't be one of those. Yeah, it could have gone either way. Like,
yeah. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, because Moloney can knock him out. Moloney has the power to knock him out.
On this one, I'm going to go out on a limb. I think that Greer should definitely bring his pillow this fight, but he's going to need it for himself.
Yeah. You was waiting to set that one up.
I'm saying. Yeah, so what round we thinking, P?
11th.
11.
God damn, these late knockouts.
It's going to be a late one.
Yeah, because he does fade kind of late. So I can see that too, because, I mean, Greer is usually pretty, the playing fight, he got knocked down kind of early, But,
yeah, Plano was dribbling him early.
I mean, Greer to me is a front runner. So he's a front runner. So by the end of it, he's not going to be it. He's not going to be it by the end.
And I don't think he's as tough as like Dogbay, where Dogbay got that dog in him, where he's going to still be throwing hands late.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a difference right there.
Yeah, that playing a fight, it's funny too, because Greer was ranked so high. Like, Greer was like number one. He was Casamaro's man though, and in that playing a fight, he lost a lot losing to that guy.
But then he lost to a guy who's like the great value of them version of a Casemiro.
Yeah.
So would you look at that? So
yeah. So
I think Greer loses. But I think Moloney will probably get him out of there in like maybe 6 rounds.
Yeah, because like I said, Greer, his biggest issue is he makes adjustments too late in the fight, and
because he was coming back against Plano, but
yeah,
it was little, too late. Like,
he dropped so many. He dropped at least like 7 rounds, and he got knocked down in 2 of them. So it's like
he gave himself a majority decision instead of a unanimous decision.
Exactly.
Which, I could commend him, for making it a competitive fight overall, but. Damn, the fight was lost in the first half.
Hell yeah, no, it was gone. Like, and funny things, I want to believe him. I want to believe him, but I think Jason Moloney will get him out of there. Like, I think Jason Moloney will put Greer out in 10 rounds.
Oh, okay. Both of y'all with the late, and I'm going with 6.
Mm-hmm.
I think Moloney is going to find something and start just zeroing in. I think he hurts him. And he just jumps on him, gets him out of there.
Yeah, like I said, I want to believe in Greer, but Greer has been just so wildly inconsistent. He's consistent, but it's like a downward consistency. It's not upward. So
I don't want to believe in him either. I don't even want to believe him. I don't think he's that good.
Yeah.
He's above average, but I think he's peaked. Like, he is what he is.
He's mid. I see.
Yeah, because he struggled a lot. I mean, you won't get no semantic battle out of me for that. Like,
yeah, it's just like it should be a damn good fight though, because both guys do throw their hands though. So it's like, yeah. I mean,
the one guy kind of fights behind the other guy while doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to fight behind a guy like Moloney. Like, you either meet him halfway with those fades, or you do your best to counter him real good. And Greer's not really the best counter puncher like that.
Hell no.
So there's that. So any other fights on that card? We should be.
Oh yeah, and then
Barbosa Jr., right?
Yep. Arnold Barbosa Jr. versus Antonio Moran, and. For you guys, who's Moran? Moran was the recipient on the unfortunate, brutal end of a horrible right hand by Devin Haney a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That's still one of the most brutal knockouts I've seen in recent times. Like, Haney put his heart and soul into that right hand. And Moran was just on the
punch that was missing from the Linares fight.
Hell yeah. And Moran was just under the bottom rope, like he was all fucked up in the game. Like, dude didn't know where dude's head was in Neptune somewhere or some shit like that.
His whole body was just a little heap. Like, like after you see a Mortal Kombat fatality and the guy just falls there afterwards, that's how his body was just laying. Like, it was just done, over.
Yeah, it was a wrap.
Finito.
Yeah, and although since then, he's had 3 fights, 1 draw and then 2 wins. The draw seemed like what I think was a controversial one.
This is basically a showcase fight for Barbosa. I want to see him step up, but
yeah, and Barbosa himself, and Barbosa is a legit prospect, and he's a good.
Nah, he's not a prospect. He got to win over Saucedo.
Yeah, he's not a prospect anymore.
Yeah, he's that's what I'm saying. Like, you could say he's a for junior welterweight, he's like maybe top 12.
Just outside the top 10, I would agree.
Yeah, like 11, 12-ish. So it's definitely like this is more like King P's right. Like this is a showcase fight.
Yes, and and obviously, he does have his marquee victories. I mean, number one, he put away Mike Alvarado. I think it was Mike's last fight. I mean, and then unfortunately, he ended the career of one other contender, Alex Saucedo, in his last fight out. Although Saucedo did knock him down, though, which was kind of surprising in a way.
Saucedo could hit, though.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say Saucedo can punch, so I don't know why that's surprising. But.
Yeah,
I don't know, because Saucedo was getting his ass whooped. That's the reason why it was surprising.
You can get your ass whooped and still punch, like that.
Oh no, he just because it was pretty one-sided. Saucedo just scored that shit out of nowhere, and then proceeded to get.
Riga was beating Daenerys ass up and down the ring, but Daenerys could still punch.
Yeah, I mean, and how many examples can we think of that? Like, that's literally, unfortunately, that's literally Julian Jackson's kid's career. He's whooping somebody's ass, and then out of nowhere, bam, he gets hit with something, and he's
over.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's a showcase fight, and yeah, I mean, personally, I mean, Moran, pretty much it's up for Barboza to actually win and probably win by knockout. This shouldn't really go the distance. I don't think it should. I don't think it will go the distance. I mean, I'm thinking that Moran will probably be out there probably maybe by like 6 or 7.
Seven.
Yeah. Because I don't know. Let's say, just that handing knock was just too vicious in my mind. I'm just saying, like, there's no way this guy can take bombs like that. Barboza, even though he only has 10 knockouts, he does have some pop behind his punches, so it's not like he can't hit.
I think he gets him out of there like in the 8th round.
P, what about you?
I said 7th.
Oh, 7th? Okay. Yeah, so like I said, it should definitely be a good fight, and then hopefully after Barboza will actually be moved towards more higher profile 140 fights.
Yeah. This was just one of those Bob Arum. Let's keep stacking the card, even if it's a showcase fight.
Right, and then also too, like another, and also this card's also known for something else. This will be the debut of Muhammad Ali's grandson, Nico Ali Walsh, as well. Like they haven't named his opponent yet, but he's gonna be fighting at middleweight. So expect a whole lot of Muhammad Ali clips and whatever during the whole card. Like there's gonna be mentions.
Does that mean no Tyson Fury is the greatest heavyweight champion of all time?
I'm saying
they're gonna take a break on that.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of Ali and Bob Arum pictures, and then Nico saying this thing, and they're gonna show his mom.
Young.
Like we don't need to use Ali's name to prop up his grandson. Can he fight? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I followed you because I know it was a big thing when he actually started boxing in the Emmys. Like it was a thing, And I've only seen him spar and train like that, and he seems decent. But he never strikes me as like he might be like an otherworldly talent, or maybe, or something that he may remind me of his grandfather or something like that.
I mean, the track record when it comes to fathers or grandfathers and then sons or grandsons is usually not that good. Great father, shitty son. Just apply it to grandson this time.
Yeah, I mean.
So we're getting more Kingsley Akiki than Jermaine Taylor, then, right?
Personally, that comparison to guys.
Yeah, we bringing up all the random names, man. That's why you fuck with Ring Gang. You'll hear some boxer name you ain't hearing them 20 years.
Absolutely, though. And
he's like, God damn, Raul Marquez, Kingsley Akiki. What's next? Who else he gonna bring back?
And honestly, I can see Bob now. I know Bob. Obviously, pretty much Top Rank was built on Muhammad Ali. If you know your boxing history. Ali built Top Rank. He was Top Rank. So I can see Bob trying to see what he can do with Nico. That is until if he pans out or not. He might face like jobbers of jobbers. And then eventually they might try to get him a belt at some point. If if his talent level is at least on pace.
Yeah, that's not happening the way middleweight works.
I mean,
Probably
hey,
the
that's
slowest climb to get a belt of all time.
yeah. I mean, they
And
might
the
get
log
one.
jam at the top.
I mean, I can see them. You might try to get one of them, a GameStop belt, you know, for a middleweight or whatever, or something like that. Something. But like I said, I mean, like we don't know what Nico looks like. I mean, in the ring, how he's gonna handle the pros. I mean, all I know, he might get knocked out in the first round by a jobber. We don't know.
If he gets a highlight reel knockout, that'll do wonders for the start of his career.
Hell yeah, because like I said, as much as the Ali name will always buzz in boxing, and then a descendant of Muhammad Ali, you know, pretty much is good as long as you pan out. I mean, we just hope that he pans out like a Layla Ali and not like an Ibn Ali. You know, you're like, say who, and I'm like, exactly.
You said exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
If he becomes a solid contender at middleweight, then hey, that's cool.
right, you know, yeah, and I hope the young man does. Like I said, I mean, you know, 'cause I don't want it to be like a cash grab or because you know, boxing is blood sport. You know, you don't really want to see someone get sacrificed.
There's nothing. I don't want this dude to be a part of anything that makes Ali roll in his grave or nothing.
Exactly.
You know, just A-Rom do right by dude and dude just take this shit serious and know that this is your legacy and not just your grandfather or your aunt or whoever the hell else.
Exactly. You know, yeah. I mean, it'll definitely be an entertaining card. It just sucks that all these cards are on the 14th. You know, which is just like, you know, boxing. You gotta stop doing this. Like, you can't. I mean, all. Well, there's 4 cards, but I'm not gonna get into the 4th card all that much. But yeah, the 3 cards that we did previews on, like, they all have stuff that we definitely want to watch. So it's just like, God damn it, you gotta make it easier for cats.
Oh
you know?
shit! Fucking Mean Machine Ortiz fight that day too, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
You motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I know Hearn got some damn mid-ass UK fight too going on, right?
Yeah, the third camp, the third leg of the Mandingo series. Yes.
The GameStop camp. Yawn.
And then the Rigo card, you know, and so
that's at like the Rigo card is like what 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna have my time and attention.
Yeah, no,
The Zone and shit. The Zone might have the Golden Boy probably had the best exciting, entertaining card.
Yeah, like I mean, the Golden Boy card on paper has fades galore. The Rigo card is good, you know.
The Rigo card is good because it has the most balanced card. You have significant fights, and you got entertaining fights.
And a legit world title on there, you know.
Yeah, it's great balance. Golden Boy has the most entertaining card, and Top Rank, you might say, has the most stacked card.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because all the names are at least a decent value level. You know, the contenders.
Yeah, you know
track record. Because you're talking about a rubber match. You know how long it takes to get rubber matches in boxing.
Exactly.
Niggas still waiting for Golovkin Canelo 3. You know,
right?
Canelo be taking them 8 months to sign a fight.
Absolutely. So it's it's definitely a stacked night of boxing, and you know, and there's probably nothing to really talk about for the GameStop camp has probably so eloquently put on there. You know, I mean, we'll probably catch it, but I guarantee it's probably gonna be. It's not anything that we'll be like, oh, on paper that's like, yeah, this is gonna be exciting. Unfortunately, you know, but that's for another rant.